Hello, my name is Fernando Ortega and I will be covering wellness from chapter 9. Before taking this class, my understanding of wellness was not the same as it is today after covering the chapter. My understanding was based on just the physical side of wellness. Just having a good physical condition was basically what I understood as wellness. But after covering the chapters, I was able to see the dimensions of wellness that extend beyond just being in good physical shape. So, the first aspects that I noticed from the chapter that caught my attention was the breakdown of history of wellness, broken down the three eras that we recognize throughout history. The first era was based on treating disease when it came to us. Whenever we got sick, that's when we try to heal the disease, try to fight the disease at that time. The second era, the first era, of course, is the dawn of time, and then the second era, which was up until late mid 19th century, was basically a time where we started using preventive practices. We started using sterilization. We started washing hands. The medical professionals, of course. We started using avoiding infection diseases. We started using hygiene as a way to prevent disease as well. And then in the third era, is basically based on the last few decades we've been living. We started to integrate the individual as a whole through its lifestyle choices, through its behavior, as a preventive, as someone that's gonna prevent themselves from developing diseases, like making it part of the equation of wellness. Not just wait until you get sick, not just wait until a doctor comes by or a medical professional comes by. Starting even before you have any signs of disease. That's the era that we're today. That's basically in a state of mind that ensures that our behaviors and our lifestyle choices work in a way that ensures that we prevent illness, prevent reducing our quality of life. So the second part of the chapter that I found insightful was the analysis of the connection of the mind and body, which entails the observation about early Greek philosophers that did not separate the mind and the body. And they did not recognize that the influence of the mind on the body as a separate structure. It wasn't until Descartes that proposed the dualism theory, mind-body dualism theory, that we learned, or we started asking the questions regarding the brain function activity influencing our physical actions, or actions of the body. So this led to the creation of multiple areas of study that we recognize today as psychology, psychiatry, neurology, and biology. And currently we know these areas of studies are vast in their subcategories, in the knowledge that we have now. But up until this point, Descartes was one of the first philosophers that asked questions regarding the brain mechanisms that create this behavioral patterns, these lifestyle choices, this decision-making skills that we see in people. There's a structure in the brain that's making these things work. So he was one of the first ones that realized this concept, and that's why I found this so interesting, so insightful, because it shows how we have progress not only on the preventive and the treatment side, but only on the psychological side of wellness. So, on the third point that I noticed that was really interesting to me was wellness promotion. Since we see that wellness today, the way it's promoted is based on quick fixes, shortcuts, miracle remedies, fad diets. In the media artists, we see that the reality of wellness is not well represented, it's not well promoted, as it is based on lies, it's based on misleading people, it's based on promising results that are not sustainable. So the core of that section of the chapter explains the importance of sustainable changes that last throughout lifetime, that are based on effort, to maintain and to improve upon throughout the lifetime, starting early on. So, and it also integrates the work of the community, of the society as a whole, to promote these quality habits, these quality lifestyle choices. So basically, in this class, I have been able to grow mentally because I have been dealing with the stress of my upcoming program that I will be starting next semester, which will be my graduate program for behavior analysis to become a behavior analyst. So I have been dealing with the stress of thinking about that I will have to be working full time while also completing the coursework, the academic coursework, and then take an examination at the end. It all happening in a year. So before taking this class, I was very stressed about that. Stressed about finishing the undergrad, and then stressed about just going straight into the graduate program. So the concepts and the terminologies of this class have allowed me to structure my lifestyle, structure my decision-making skills in a way that promotes taking a step at a time and analyzing things in a more positive manner, in a more optimistic manner, and not get overwhelmed by things out of my control, out of my reach for now, and just taking it a step at a time, which is something that is easy to say, but it's hard to adopt to our lifestyle, especially if you're not aware of the mental side, the influence you actually have on your own decision-making skill by having that mindfulness with yourself, which is another thing that I took from this class that I think would not only translate as with growing in myself to my academic endeavors, but it also in my career, as I will be dealing with difficult cases with children dealing with different mental disorders. So I think I will be able to handle those situations better because of the concepts we learned in this class. And especially, one of the most interesting areas that I found was wellness. So that's what I decided to cover in this oral presentation. And I want to thank the professor, and I want to thank my classmates for all the discussions. Thank you.